Hey everybody, Phoenix Heart here, and I know I'm a little late to the party, but we're going to be looking at the March 11th banned and restricted announcement for MTG, mainly in regards to, I think, Standard. I know I'm a few days late to this, but I broke my leg recently, and it's just been a little hard to do things around the house lately. So, to start things off, it looks like there have been no changes to any formats in regards to banned and restricted, which is kind of surprising, considering there are a few cards that could be argued are causing a lot of problems in the standard meta currently. I know a lot of people want Nexus of Fate basically perma-banned. Currently, it's only banned in Best of 1 on Arena, but it is fair game in every other type of standard format. Now, what's interesting, though, the person who wrote this article, Ian Duke, actually included a whole, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraph page called A Discussion of Nexus of Fate. So, they knew they were going to get flack for not banning Nexus of Fate, so this is basically them trying to explain it. Let's talk about it. There's been a lot of community discussion surrounding Nexus of Fate, including recently at 2019 Mythic Championship 1 in Cleveland. We want to take this opportunity to reinforce that we have no current plans to ban Nexus of Fate in Tabletop Standard and Arena Traditional Best of 3 formats. Okay. Our data gathered from MTG Arena, Magic Online, and Mythic Championship 1 all show that Nexus of Fate decks, while part of the competitive metagame, are not problematic from a balance perspective. In fact, the current standard environment is proven to be one of the most balanced and robust in quite some time. I'm sorry. I can't with that. Anybody who's played a Teferi Nexus deck, I don't see them too often in gold tier where I'm at currently. But when I do see them, they're freaking infuriating. They are some of the most horrible decks to play, and I've heard that they're starting to make problems in paper format. I don't go to FNM too often anymore, but especially since the standard meta started. But I have yet to play against one in paper. But from what I've heard, news-wise, is that it's starting to build up a lot more or gain steam in a sense, and that it is starting to cause problems. Okay, so where did we leave off? Quite some time. Okay. And just the fact they say the most balanced and robust in quite some time, it's Red Rush, White Rush, and Control. Those are the decks. You might see a Gates deck every once in a while, or Phoenixes, but I've heard that's tanked a bit. But they're all a bunch of bullshit decks right now. No. Just no! What are you talking about? Nexus of Fate decks, all variants grouped together, represented about 14% of the MC Cleveland metagame, and just one of the top 8 decks. This is very much in line with what we see as a healthy metagame share. And we're still seeing the metagame continue to evolve. Okay, you know what? If they're using MC Cleveland, I didn't see anything from MC Cleveland. If that is accurate, that was only about 14%. I can see why they still haven't banned it yet, but I'm saying just give it some time, especially when War of the Spark comes out. When War of the Spark comes out, I guarantee you we're going to see a drastic increase in Nexus of Fate decks, because Nexus of Fate decks pair really well with Planeswalker abilities. It's really going to be just Nexus of Fate and Planeswalkers, including especially Teferi. Oh, and God forbid if they print a new type of Teferi, we're going to have 2 Teferis in Standard? Lord have mercy, no! Oh, Lord, no! Lord have mercy. That's going to be horrible. The complaints surrounding Nexus of Fate mainly focus on the amount of time those decks take to win, and the fact that the card is only available in premium treatment. I actually don't know what that means. I mean, I don't have a Nexus of Fate in paper, so maybe is there a special way to get Nexus of Fate? I don't know. The latter has implications with respect to potentially marked cards in competitive play. While there's validity to both these concerns, the bar for banning a card in Standard is high. It might be too high. I actually really love this next one. Unlike non-rotating formats, where the best option for making balanced adjustments in a timely fashion is by banning cards, we prefer whenever possible to use Standards rotation to help phase out problematic cards and pave the way for new strategies in a natural and predictable cycle. We respect the efforts of players, the effort players make to assemble the cards they need to create their favorite deck, and don't take disrupting the process lightly. This is especially true for Standard, which we know is often where players first experience building constructed Magic decks. Okay. So basically what they just admitted to is they will 100% jump the gun on the bandwagon for the non-rotating formats, but when it comes to Standard, they are iffy about it. Now, that's clearly, from the way I'm reading that too, or the way I figure that, is because Standard cards are the ones that are selling the most right now, because, you know, it's all the cards that are currently in the market selling, so that's why they don't want to ban any. So, I guess it makes sense from a financial standpoint, but it's still kind of shitty. I mean, I would think Standard would be where you want the ban hammer happiest, is because that's where most of the new players first see competitive Magic. Alright, let's see. Likewise, in competitive play, we have solutions for marked cards, not just copies of Nexus of Fate, causing unfair play up to and including judge issue proxies. We'll continue to employ these solutions going forward. While not ideal, we prefer this to making a ban based on logistical reasons rather than balance reasons. Logistical... I mean, Nexus of Fate decks are not fun to watch. They're very frustrating, no matter if it's tabletop or online. They take forever. Like, why would... That hurts. That hurts your viewership. And you want viewership on these events, don't you? I mean, come on! What? This makes no sense to me. Logistical reasons should be more prevalent, especially in Standard. As always, we'll continue to monitor the evolution of Standard environment and are willing to make changes when needed. That said, we do not currently anticipate needing to make changes to the Standard ban list. Yeah, not yet. I guarantee you, I'm making this prediction right now, when War of the Spark comes out, the first card to get banned will be Nexus of Fate. It will be. Because then it will just be a unbalanced mess. Because Nexus of Fate just pairs so well with Planeswalker, especially Teferi, and I'm pretty sure Karn's usually in those decks. You usually see a Karn in a Nexus of Fate deck. But it's just going to be so freaking overpowered that they're going to have no choice but to ban it at that point. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit up my Patreon, hit up me on Twitter, and have a wonderful day and keep playing some Magic.